We on that my NBA grind, man. We're gonna be playing with the Grizzlies. Like I said, look, back to our season grind. We just played the Pelicans in the last game, and we're gonna be playing them in another day. Let's get it. Let's run these boys off the court again. I think it said I was a snake wrangler.
As we hit the home stretch of the regular season, Greg, what's the focus of teams outside of the playoff picture?
You know, B, I think it's about staying competitive and building a foundation for next season. As a team, you need to use the time you have to consistently improve.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Cool outside. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Williamson. The offensive rebound. Another shot. And there's a whistle.
Damn, we can't get a rebound. I want to. Let me see if I can change. I don't know how to change it. My phone there. What's the third? AI is crazy. That's dudes though. Let me drop that leash on that nigga. He gone. He taking the nigga a bike, all type of shit. Where your chain at? My grandma gave me that chain. You don't give a fuck.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the night. First one falls.
We got rebounds. Man, Jordan Poole get rebounds and shit.
He bends defenses and brings a full
Real in the field.
team's answer. But him and Rhythm are not just dangerous, they're different.
Now here's Carter. 35 points his last game. Nice move.
And one, the dude.
Up and in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to clear it.
Easy possessions like that really are just again.
Is this your first flight?
Really take
And ball with the basket on the assist by Carter.
Way I seen that bounce pass just split everybody.
By a strong finish.
Yeah,
Place the defense.
running with purpose on this creating easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Now here's Messi. In his last outing with 12 points. Here's Spears. Pounded by ball. Back to Messi.
This shit pretty good.
And a jam.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with two hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Outside Carter. Jackson outside.
Good one.
Gets the three to fall.
What?
That's just unfair. 6-11. Jackson just sees the breeze. I guess This is the new NBA.
Pick by Misi. Here's Williamson. Pass to Fears. The three. Rebound by Edie.
That's what I think. That's what I think happened with my homegirl.
Thompson passes to Carter.
Bro trying to keep her away from shooting.
Now here's Edie.
There we go.
By Edie.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Williamson. Coming in off 12 points in his last outing. And there's the call on the mellow ball. That's his first foul of the game.
Shit, really now, for real. Yeah, I don't know if you consider bad blood, bro.
Leading by 5. Jones.
Oh, they call that a foul?
And now let's look at the leaderboard, specifically rebounding and who has been crashing the glass over the last month. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And he drops the first.
There's a reason you don't send full to the line. He virtually never misses. He led the league in field goal percentage one year.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Carter against Poole. Here's Edie. Count it. Good.
You got the size mismatch, man. We're going to take advantage of that at all times, as much as we can.
So timeout called here.
First for New Orleans. Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for the mellow ball. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Some nice passing by New Orleans here.
Stop. Got your hit right there.
Williamson looking around. 6 to shoot. Poole from long range. Memphis with a rebound. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in, and it's tough to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
They get the rebound.
Hey, Edie. Right here. Damn right, Edie said he's getting buckets today. Edie said he's getting buckets today.
Extra possession, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
To the inside. Misi. That's out of bounds. Last play by Poole.
Let's just say they were on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
And here's Memphis. They're on a 13-4 run. Ball finds Thompson. Ball outside. Pass to Carter. Up top, Jackson. Covered by Williamson.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Now here's Jones.
Open some blinds in the room right quick. Light. I love that natural light.
Here's Fears. He's scoreless. Carter, the pass.
There we go.
He drops in the layup.
There we go. I told y'all we gotta play defense. Get into our offense. We like to transition.
Pass to Misi. To the middle. Here's Poole. The shot goes out. Oh, nice D from Carter. Grizzlies lead by 9. Let's go down to the sideline. Catch up with Ali.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He talked about the problems that Zion Williamson can give the team.
Got mismatches everywhere.
It's not about the shots that
We're going to take advantage of Jordan Poole. As long as they don't send a double team, we're going to take advantage.
Body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Ali. Time called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Just 10 games left. Let's see the playoff race in the West. You look at Memphis, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And check it out, New Orleans. Well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Checking out the Pelicans, they know what this month is all about for them. They just have to be aggressive and punch their ticket for the play-in. But that could be easier said than done.
Now here's Poole. 15 in his last outing. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fun.
A big group substitution here for Memphis. Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Carter, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ty Jerome subbed in for LaMelo Ball. Poole's got room. And the Pelicans miss again.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
So for the Pelicans right now, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Murray out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Bay in at the center spot. And Jerome the bucket on the assist by Carter. Jerome's got 12 points in the game.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Bay with a screen. Down low. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And we see Bay's game evolving over time, including being more aggressive inside.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Pass to Bay. Outside Murray. It's Poole on the wing. He's checked by Carter. A deep 3. Oh, nice D from Carter.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying, and he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The kick out to Poole. Murray for 3. Misses his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Inside, and stolen by Bay. And now New Orleans on the break. And that one's good. Poole. He's got 6.
And that's a nice effort by Poole. He's tough in space.
Carter inside. Guarded by Poole. Back to Carter. Clark with a screen on Poole. Carter, the pass to Clark. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make 3s. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Aldama. Jackson comes in for Wells. And it's Thompson in for Jerome. And then for New Orleans, Messi, he's checked in for Bay. And it's Fears in for Murray. Poole looking it over. Clock at 6. Drops in the 3. Fears has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Here's Carter. Pass to Edey. Jackson the screen. Here's Thompson. Oh, big
flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Well, it's another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Jones misses.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Second personal foul, 15 foul. At the line for two,
And he knocks down the first one.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Jerome's checked in for Clark. Hits both from the stripe.
Heating up from the line this quarter, helping their cause for sure. They're right around 80% now.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The 2K leaderboard shining a light on the league's best three-point shooting teams of late. The Grizzlies fourth.
The three has become a major weapon for them over this stretch. Great movement on the perimeter. They're not taking any bad shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Fears. Give him 8 points now. Jones with a screen on Jerome. 4 on the clock. Poole from long range.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Fires from way outside. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Now here's Jerome. He's guarded closely. Outside Carter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here's what Memphis' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Wells is checked in. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
The Grizzlies have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Carter against Poole. Carter inside. Outside Wells. Edey with the ball. He's against Messi. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Last game. Matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Williamson comes with a double team. Pass to Jerome. Jackson down low. Guarded by Poole. Shot clock at 6. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
Team is in the penalty.
And the growth of Jackson Jr. is downright scary, especially defensively. This guy has been upping his game, and no opponent is happy about that.
Pass to Fears. To halt the run. The rebound by Jackson.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Carter. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Fears. Now Williamson. He has 6. Lets the 3 fly. Can't get it to go. 3 for 7 shooting now. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
Coming onto the floor from the Grizzlies, number 20, Melvin Patton.
New Orleans is shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Pass to Fears. Back to Poole. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The D has to be more careful because Poole, look, he excels at drawing contact on the way up.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. The first free throw is good.
In the first quarter, he did a great job getting to the line, but he's been a little less.
And so it's Memphis just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to the court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Now referee left the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestant.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
This is where you pile up wins and move up in the standings. But these can be trap games as well.
And that goes to your leadership, man. Good leaders keep you from playing down to your opponent.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Grizzlies.
Inside the paint, they have been so aggressive, just steamrolling dudes.
Pummeling, drummeling, jackhammering. They're in demolition mode, baby.
Yeah, I'll get my hard hat for the second half. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You got to like what we're seeing from Ty Jerome.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Jaren Jackson out there with Edey. Then it's Ball. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tuomas Isalo. Edey finds Carter. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Williamson. Pass to Poole. Up and over Carter. Poole shot is off.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Spears. Give him 8. Pass to Williamson. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Carter from outside. He buries it from 3. Carter's got 11.
Yeah, the instant LaMelo sees the opening, he's moving the ball. He jumps at the chance to feed a wide open guy.
Here's Spears. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Pass to Poole. Yep, count it. He's got 10.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Jackson on the wing. Ball outside. There's the 3. Jones grabs the board. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Williamson. With the block. Thompson passes to Ball. Carter on the wing, defended by Jones.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Poole finds Jones. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Ball outside. Pass to Carter. Edey with a screen on Poole. Here's Carter, and here's Thompson for 3. Drills it from deep. Thompson's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
They've had a hard time shutting down the 3-point shot.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Out to the wing for 3. Fears. And again, New Orleans no good. Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Thompson outside. Carter against Poole. Poole brings a double team. It's tipped and stolen by Jones. Williamson outside. Here's Fears. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Fears has got 10 points in the game.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Carter. Pass to Edey. Shot from the low post is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. A new generation is entering the league, and Draymond Green said these young dudes talk a lot of mess. I don't mind it at all. It's just weird to be in a space where they're like, man, I watched you my whole life. But then they're also talking crazy, saying, you had your run, you're old now. Brian?
Yeah, it flipped quick, doesn't it? Thank you, Allie. Pass to Williamson. To the paint. Here's Nisi. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Grizzlies.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's Misi. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Right side Carter. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Williamson with it, and it's Edey picking him up. The kick out to Poole from outside the arc. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Wells is checked in for Thompson. And Ty Jerome subbed in for LaMelo Ball. Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for New Orleans. On the attack. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see that?
Bring it out the hammer!
Now that's how you finish.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Fears. Now Misi. He's checked by Carter. And here's Poole. Shot clock at 6. Bey with a screen on Clark. New Orleans needs to get off the shot. And the dunk by Bey.
Yeah, flashing that athleticism, Bey really packs a punch on these dunks.
Carter, the pass to Jerome. Aldama outside. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And here we have the top free throw shooters in the league right now. 5th best, Jordan Poole.
He's not a guy you want to foul. He's so calm at the line.
And so Memphis takes this one. By a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now our player of the game.
Well, Clark, everyone's picking the same team to win this one. They're clear favorites.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, and they should be. But you can't take anybody lightly in the NBA. As the underdog, you have no expectations, and sometimes that can free you up to play your best basketball, which gives you a chance to maybe catch that opponent who's the favorite off guard.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Peyton Watson, and it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Pass to Watson. Holmes kicks to Watson. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now here is Carter. Crafty move. And it's good on the way in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Jokic. He had 27 points last game. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Carter. Ball's got his second bucket.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
And Jokic throws it down.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Grizzlies making the shot. Jokic a screen. Watson for 3. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Now Edey. 8 points his last outing. And they double up Jackson. Pass to Watson. Now Jokic. Down low. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Carter. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Putting up a goose egg bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Here's Edey. Got it. Good job in the low post. Edey's got his second bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
He's covered by Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
And guys, they've done a great job beating their bigs inside.
Take a break.
They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in their game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the call.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Carter. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 6. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Here's Jokic following the score by Memphis. Edey with the rebound. Carter outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Second team foul.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Watson, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We'll take a look at the Suns. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, I think for the Grizzlies, they've got to be the top pick to win the title. To be ranked #1 at this late stage of the season, it shows you they've got plenty left in the tank come postseason.
Ball with the bucket.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Pass to Watson. He's covered by Ball. Jokic with a screen on Ball. The Nuggets with another miss.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Jokic against Carter. The kick out to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for Memphis. If you're wondering who's been the best among the men in the middle, look no further. Here are the leaders in rebounding for the second half of the season. You take a look at Jokic, one of the game's best, second in the league. And, of course, Flat in the league. What a season on the glass for him so far.
You can take a look at either one of these guys and see just how exceptionally aggressive they've been in the paint.
Back to Jokic. Jokic with the screen on Ball. They need this one, and Jokic slams it in.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
And then Carter with the dunk.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Jokic. Holmes, that's a screen. And Watson has it in the corner. No good on the triple.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in there.
Good, he hits again.
He's incredible. He just keeps raising his level night in and night out.
Yeah, zeroing in on 5th place for total points in a single season. The tray. Here's Jokic. No good with the layup. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Carter kicks to Wells. Off target from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Strother. In the corner, Holmes with it. Back to Watson. Puts up a 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Carter with it. Holmes covering. Ball with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Strother. There's the pick. And again, Denver no good.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Back to Ball. Jackson setting the pick here for Ball. A 3-pointer, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Back to you.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Pass to Carter. From the line, it's hauled in by the Nuggets.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Hey, I think that green light they've given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved.
Thompson finds Ball. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ball's got 13 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Watson, the pass to Holmes. Looking to end the run. Carter pulls it in.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson sets the pick for Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
.17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson dishes to Hamilton. A nice shot by Hood Schifino.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. And so it's Memphis with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Here's Brown. Nothing on the board. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. And for Christian Brown, 3 high school state titles. Then a national championship in college. And now Clark, an NBA champion in Denver.
Yeah, you can count the guys that have done that in the history of the NBA on maybe 2 hands. It might only be 1. You'd have to categorize him as a winner, if nothing else. I mean, and his game is all about quality. I mean, he does everything. He moves well without it. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He defends well. I mean, he's just a throwback all-around good guard.
Pass to Holmes. Jokic against Carter. Jokic kicks to Holmes. Watson for 3. Aldama with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel. Always on the launch pad.
In the corner, it's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Over Clark. Jokic, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
It's deflected. Out to Carter. With the teardrop. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Holmes. Defended by Aldama. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic under the miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
And it's Carter missing. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double from outside the arc. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
Carter with the 3, and another one falls. Amazing.
This is incredible. He's now in 5th place for points scored in a single season.
And he does it all the time in style, doesn't he? One of the most dynamic performers this league has ever witnessed. Denver calls timeout. Some changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Thompson in for Wells. And Denver also making a switch. Strother's checked in. Back to Watson. Pass to Strother. And again, Denver no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
6 to shoot. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
And it's Carter missing. The Nuggets shooting only 21% from the field so far. He's covered by Ball. Pass to Holmes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. As you look at Memphis, they've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And checking out Denver, right now, quite a ways down below.
And when you look at Memphis, they are just cruising. I mean, they have the talent, the coaching, and they play with such to face them down the stretch.
And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. Let's see the stat sheet here for LaMelo Ball. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 14-2 run here. Pass to Edey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Strother. Now here's Watson. He's covered by Ball. It's sent back by Edey.
Second in free throw percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team scoring. Really good offensive execution. This is a tricky team to defend.
And they're a team you can't send to the free throw line because, Greg, of their incredible percentage. Here's Carter. Plays it up off the glass. 21 points for Flash.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Jokic. Over to the wing. Here's Strother, defended by Carter. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. Grizzlies with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jackson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Carter. Strother grabs the miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Jokic. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Pass to Watson. The Nuggets with another miss.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Here's Carter. The kick out to Ball. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
to the paint. Lets it go from 11, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Nuggets.
And Jokic drops them both. And here's Carter. Pulls up, high post. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game.